A nigga might be from a third world country, but a nigga got standards. Fuck you, fuck your face, and fuck your day. What's good? This is your boy Internal Sadist, and I'm gonna talk about traveling in this video. I mainly talk about the places that I would travel to if you're both a black man and a white man, basically, if from America. Yeah, this is for both people. So this is going to be places that I would suggest for both people to actually go to, both black men and white men. Starting off with Thailand and the Philippines, obviously. Definitely must do for both black men and white men. I don't have any complaints about it. It's a very lovely country. Well, let me rephrase that. Starting off with Asian countries, I'm going to go with South Korea, Japan, the Philippines, and Thailand are countries you should definitely check out if you're a black and or white man from the U.S. For these reasons, they have very beautiful women. They're very beautiful. They have very beautiful scenery. They're very beautiful beaches and just things to do in general. And it's, for the most part, except for with the exception of Japan and I want to say South Korea, the other two are very cheap to actually do and be in and live and stuff like that. If you decide that you want to get an apartment and still want to go back over there. On top of that, the women are very beautiful. They're very loving and stuff like that. My thing with those countries is which I'll pretty much say with any other country on this list is, if you're going to date somebody or marry somebody from that country, stay in that country. Legit stay in that country. That's my overall thoughs on that. So if you're going to marry somebody or date somebody from these countries, literally stay in that country. Don't bring her back to this country. Moving on to another group of countries. We're going to go with the Central and South Americas. A good place for blacks and white people to go is, I would say, definitely Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, Costa Rica, Panama, or at the tops of my list for places to go. Oh, and Cuba. Very lovely scenery, very lovely places to go, very lovely beaches, very lovely women, very lovely everything in those countries. The thing that I love the most about those countries is the women are actually feminine and the scenery is actually very beautiful. And for the most part, they treat their men how men are supposed to be treated. They have more respect for their men than the Western world women. Again, like I said, if you're going to meet somebody, marry somebody, or date somebody, I'd stay in that country and not come back here. Yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much it for that. And everything about it, it's cheap to live. The cost of living is cheap, stuff like that. Comparative, depending on where you live. If you live in a Pennsylvania, then a couple of the countries would be, well, no, because you got certain things that were different, but for the most part, it's pretty cheap. Overall, it's really cheap, and it pretty much smooths itself out. As far as European countries, I would say places to go in Europe would be to meet somebody or date somebody or travel to would be your Ukraines, your Polands, your Romanias, your Germanys, your Czech Republics, and your Lithuanias, along with Albania and your Baltic countries. Did I say it? No. Your Nordic countries, I should say, like your Norways, your, Iceland's, your, that whole entire coast right there, Finland's and Sweden's and, Estonia's and stuff like that. those are all lovely countries to actually go to too, if you're black and or white, black or white man. I suggest, I really do highly suggest those countries to you if you're going to be traveling and you want to have fun and you want to do stuff or meet women and stuff like that. All the above for the most part. If you want to do all this stuff, the costs vary country to country, but the payoff is worth it, if you know what I mean. It depending on what you're going to go there. Well, for the most part, if wherever you go there to do, the payoff is always worth it. For the most part, because it may cost you a bit, but you have a choice and selection of actually quality women, if that's what you want to go there to do. Higher quality than there is in the rest of the Western world. And it's pretty funny and it's pretty ironic. And as I said, in all other countries, if you're going to date or marry somebody, keep them in that country. Don't bring them back to the U.S. because you don't want to damage them. That would just end up being damaged goods, and nobody really wants damaged goods. Why would you want something shipped to you and it's all fucked up, and you would send it back literally? So never bring a woman to the U.S. with you. And those are my list of countries where it's good to go to if you're black and or white. I'll do one if you're just plain black, and I'll do one if you're just plain white.